tonight for the Goblins, we look to see Violet Akuma and OGP, Old Grumpy Panda, and the Barbarians are bringing out Stowe and Static Messi. So some excellent players here. I'm really...
There's only a combined 2 losses between all of the players today. 2 match losses, and that is all with Stowe. Stowe 6-2. Static at 3-0, and then Violet Akuma and OGP both at 3-0. So someone's going to get their first loss of the season.
Indeed, they are going to get their first losses of the season. That is wild, actually, to think about that. We've got phenomenal players, some of the best that we're going to see in Apprentice League this season, and I really look forward. To the play and kind of seeing how it develops. I think the storyline here is huge. You've got 2 teams that have very few losses. And so, that's it. I'm really, really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm curious how Stowe performs. He's out of all the players here, he is the goal leader with 21 goals on the season. Static seems to be more of an assist and defensive player, but I want to see how many of these goals Stowe can stack up here for the Barbarians.
Yeah, 21 goals so far this season, and that is actually really impressive. And 16 saves. So not just a goal scorer, but also someone who has lots of saves. But here we go. The action is now underway. 5 minutes on the clock. Game number 1 in this best of 5 series.
Yeah, starting early here. The Barbarians get some pressure. Oh, a little bit of a whiff there from Static Messi. See if we can get a counterattack from OGP. Instead, he gives it right to Stowe, but Stowe gives it right back. Let's see who can get some control right away to start the game.
Swing and a miss there from Violet and from Akuma, and Old GP puts it off to the side with a win on a 50. Wow, that was almost in. Almost saw the first goal already. Static Messi now going to put it off the backboard, which was free, but the ball going down the other way. Can Stowe get back there? He does! What an incredible save by Stowe here as the... as the Goblins already applying pressure, the game bouncing back and forth so far.
Oh, a little bit of a double commit there on offense here, running into each other, giving the quick chat sorries. Can the Goblins take advantage? Instead, they leave the ball there for Stowe to take back over. Goblins need to compose themselves and get some offense going. He got a nice control on his car, wins the 50 pass 1. All he's got to do is beat 1, get a pass away. Instead, he just drives away, and Stowe's able to clear it.
Now the ball back in the Goblins' end here. OGP swing and a miss. Unfortunately not able to get it, but Violet Akuma able to get back. But Static Messi now with the ball. Barbarians still pushing. Some good defensive play here from the Goblins as the ball now finds itself in the midfield.
Yes, Barbarians are going to have to deal with that. Static Messi was by himself in that, but just not put to the side yet. There's the first one on target, and the first one in for the Goblins. I was about to say not a lot of pressure coming from the Goblins, but he got one shot on target. That's all they needed.
Absolutely great shot there from Akuma. Stowe not quite able to get up to it, just missing it. 1-0 lead for the Goblins here, but back to play, still over 3 minutes left in this game, and it's still really open to anybody as we haven't seen a ton of the possession game get started yet.
Yeah, especially for the Goblins. They've had that quick, attack that worked out in their favor. I feel like a little bit more control going from the Barbarians. I'm just never nervous, right? There's no real shots on target. No, here's one. This is awkward. They got to save this. I don't know how they're gonna use the crossbar. That is their best defender right now. That was an opportunity they needed to take advantage of. Let's see if the Goblins can get a little counterattack going. Static's gonna play faster than OGP. Maybe set up Stowe. Instead, he drives away from the ball. Now they're both sitting in the corner. See how this works out for him. And there it is. Nice dunk from Stowe. Pops out to Static. Static needs to keep the pressure in. Somebody needs to get a nice pass, and then someone coming in and finish. He gets the bump. Not quite cleared back to the Barbarian side here.
OGP now, though, has the ball and wants to get something going. Akuma's going to keep that in on the Barbarians' defensive end, But Messi doing a great job of having that ball out middle. Stowe with the shot, puts it high off the backboard. Messi's there, and bang! What a beautiful aerial goal.
Yeah, great job playing off the backboard with Stowe, knowing he had somebody defending him. Leaves it right there for Messi. I guess OGP didn't have time to get back there to challenge it. Great pass, great score.
All right, clock is is, or game is kind of reset here with just over 2 minutes left. It's a 1-1 tie. Akuma hits it off the wall, but doesn't have enough boost to get there and follow it. Now Messi's going to put it off the sidewall, hits it on. Akuma's got to make the save, comes in and definitely does make it. Wow, that was a quick opportunity for the Barbarians to try and take a lead.
Yeah, I saw OGP driving backwards in net, which is usually a bad sign. Awkward. He gets saved by Violet Akuma there. You never want to see your teammate driving backwards, and if you do, you got to assume he's going to miss, and he did a great job.
Yeah, he did a very good job reading that play. You're absolutely right. I was worried about it because I saw the same thing, and I'm like, oh no, right? But then Akuma, that's why I said Akuma had to make that save, and absolutely did not falter when called upon to do so. Oh, look at this. OGP now has enough boost to try and hopefully make this, but does not maintain that possession. Had a better opportunity to try and kind of switch up the angle and doesn't necessarily take it. Ball still at the midfield. We're just over 60 seconds left to play, and this, so far, is anybody's game.
Wide open. There
Just
it
kidding.
is. Yeah. Goblins don't get anybody to come back. Stowe sees that ball just floating right in front of their net. Just a little tapper in. Maybe a little bit of a barrel to correct himself. Good awareness knowing he needed to do that. But great shot. Goblins need to do something different on the...
Yeah, the Goblins are getting caught, and I think so far the only reason the game is as close as it is, to be honest, is that the Barbarians' accuracy hasn't been as spot on as it could be, because really the Goblins' defensive rotations are leaving a little bit to be desired.
I agree, and most of the control is coming... Oh!
Oh!
I almost put my foot in my mouth. I said most of the control is coming from the Barbarian side, and that feels like it's just giving more pressure right there. We're one bump away from a goal for the Barbarians. Barbarians just aren't able to finish as often as they'd like. This might be an open net right here for OJP. It's a little bit wide here. They got to deal with it, though. It's a good pass to the center. Who's going to win to that ball? It's going to be Violet Kuma. Puts it back to the side. A little bit of a team bump. So telling Static Messi to go that way. Static Messi, awkward here. Might be able to redirect it in. And then a nice clear here. They might be able to finish it out. Just put the ball down, and they do. Barbarians take it. Game 1.
Excellent play there by Stowe at the end to just calm things down and slow it down and keep that lead for the Barbarians. And here is the story as we look at the stats from game 1 here of our series. And the story is the shots. 6 shots for the Barbarians, with Static Messi having 66% of them. And Akuma and OGP for the Goblins only really able to get 1 shot on net. And if you're only going to put 1 shot apiece, you better make them good, and only one of them went in. I mean, at the end of the day, Cisco, I am a firm believer that the more shots you put on net, the better it's going to be for you.
Absolutely, but it might come to bite them in the butt eventually. If you got 6 shots, they only have 1 save on the go.
Yeah.
So that they had 5 open nets without a save. They're just missing on the crossbar just often. They clean that up. This isn't close. This is 3-0. This is going to be quick work, unless the Goblins do something different. I want to see OGP get a little bit more aggressive, move a little bit faster, a little bit more decisive in his movements, being places earlier, being places more confident.
I agree. I think that is the key to the game. And as we get ready to proceed into game number 2, I do think that speed is what's going to dictate, if this continues for the Barbarians. Because if the Barbarians can be even just a little bit more accurate, they're going to run away with this, and it will be a 3-0, as you have suggested.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll see here, see what the Goblins can do. Can they answer back, or is it going to be an easy day for the Barbarians? Goblins haven't lost yet. They are the favorite on paper, technically. But let's see if the Barbarians can do about it. If they whiff like that, it might be a little bit harder for the Barbarians to take this one. Oop, there's 2.
Oh,
Barbarians
no!
still get to touch the ball this match. They're going to have to if they're going to want to win here.
Oh, man, that opportunity right there just did not get solidified off the crossbar. No goal there for Stowe is a great early for the Goblins is a great early opportunity is turned away by what I believe is the best goalkeeper so far in this match, and that's the crossbar.
Yeah. Well, Static sent it into it. You know, got to give him credit there. He had the awkward shadow. Oh, great save by OGP. He had the awkward shadow defense. He redirected that thing up into the post, and that's the only play sometimes. Thought, and he did it. So credit to him.
Absolutely agree with you, my friend. Off the backboard, Violet Akuma going for the second touch, doesn't get it. A huge overcommit there by OGP. No mistake by Static, puts it in, and a 1-0 lead for the Barbarians.
Yeah, sometimes you risk it all, and this is how you get paid for it. You know, the Goblins got to do something, so I understand that frustration, but you got to line it up. At least get some, get a good, get good contact on it so it doesn't bounce back towards your own net, and a little bit unfortunate there.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the overcommits. Now, that's not to say I don't do it. I'm just not a fan of it. But the reality is the overcommits rarely, especially early in a game, pay off. Oh, tries to sneak it in on OGP, not able to do so. And a nice try. Static goes for the top corner, but absolutely denied once again by the crossbar of the post.
Yeah, a little nervous there when I think it was Stowe going for that boost instead of playing the ball. They had an open net situation, just didn't quite get it on target. Well, this is a little bit dangerous. Okay, gets to 50. OGP, we asked him to play faster. He decided to. Gets the 50 rewarded for it. They may be able to turn this into a counterattack. Stowe's got to race back. They got a 2v1 situation. If they can do something with it, he slows down and gives the ball away. He had him wide open in the center of the field. He decided to wait for the boost.
Yeah, that one hurts just a little bit. And OGP staying back, a little bit nervous there after probably getting punished. But Akuma puts the ball up off the backboard. OGP, though, does not go in for the attack. You talked about this. They need to get faster. OGP taking a huge risk there. Wow, Stowe had all sorts of time to come in from way past the middle. One other goal now for the Barbarians, as it just seems like the Goblins are turned right around.
You have mistakes on both sides, and you're going to expect that a little bit here, especially in AL. But, it just feels like Goblins aren't taking advantage of the mistakes that the Barbarians are giving them, and the Barbarians are. That seems to be the difference.
Absolutely. Yep. You know what? You nailed it. Taking advantage of those mistakes. Listen, this is what AL is about, right? I mean, I remember when I was a kind of diamond-ish player. That feels like it was yesterday because it was. But no, I mean, yeah, reality is, look, when I was kind of at this level, the best way that I got out of these levels was because I just worked on punishing mistakes. I didn't force the play. What I did was try and put the other team in an awkward position where they did make a mistake, and then you just punish. That's it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm stuck where I am, because I'm just not patient enough. I just
you know
try
what?
to push everything.
I'm not saying I don't do it sometimes still. That's why I'm on the low end of jail, but that's okay.
Same as these. Uh-oh, this might be in. Floater.
Oh, wow.
What a take care of it.
That was a great save. And you know what? Once again, Stowe just there to be the hero that his team needs.
I'm going to call him Stowe, even though it's Stowe. I like Stowe better. Static
it sounds a bit more like Stewie.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if the Goblins can turn something into offense here. OGP that was a dangerous press. It was a good decision, though. He has options. He's got to pass the ball. Instead, he tries to go for the shot right at Messi. And now it's floating awkwardly. Can Violet turn on it? He can off the backboard. Somebody's got to follow it up. He does.
There it
Stowe
is.
Get it? He cannot. Great job. OGP getting the ball out there, and then Violet Akuma, taking advantage, playing off the board, playing it to himself, in spite of the bump, and getting it in.
Yeah, that was the play that was necessary. Akuma said, I'm not going to trust anything. I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to continue to push. I'm going to continue to be annoying. And that ends up being the play that works. Now, huge double commit there by the Goblins, and Stowe is able to run down unopposed. Unfortunately, misses the ball and unable to take advantage of that opportunity. Akuma puts the ball all over into... Excuse me, I can't speak English today. Anyways, the Goblins not able to finish. Oh, Akuma almost gets a goal, though, and OGP so far away, puts a ball on net, but off the crossbar, and once again unable to finish. Now, Akuma coming in. Static Messi, though, there to get the ball off the goal line. And a quick flick means the ball gets redirected by the Goblins into the net. And a 2-goal lead now for the Barbarians.
Sad times. I was about to compliment the Goblins. This is the aggressiveness we wanted from OGP. This is the aggressiveness we wanted for the Goblins. Unfortunately, it didn't turn up into a goal for them. It was against them. Was an own goal, but that's what they needed. I still feel like they have a little bit of momentum going into game 3. They have some sort of a chance to at least snag a game out of this series.
Oh, Messi going for that demo. Doesn't get it, but a great save there by OGP. Stowe, though, quickly hitting it in. Akuma has to jump up to try and hit it out of the way. 3 seconds left. This game is done and dusted, and the Barbarians are going to put the Goblins on match point now. Oh, I said it was done and dusted, but we could see one more, and we do as Messi makes it 4-1. But everything I was saying still very accurate, and now the Barbarians adding salt into the wound as they take a 2-0 game lead in this series.
Yeah, I'm hoping those last 2 goals don't erase the momentum that was the Goblins outside of the last 50 seconds, 20 seconds of that game. I really think they started to grab momentum. They got off of their heels or onto their toes, putting pressure on the Barbarians. Just one little mistouch into their own net, and then the meaningless 0-second goal. I'm just hoping that 0-second goal doesn't take away the good work that they were doing.
You know, it's difficult because we want them to speed up. And they were speeding up and they were doing good work. You're bang on about that. But one of the problems with speeding up is it can make you feel uncomfortable, right? And that's when you start to make more mistakes. And I think that's what we saw. The trick is trust yourself and keep going, because then those mistakes aren't so bad, right?
Yeah.
Then, you know, and if you can score a couple of more goals, if you can continue to put pressure on, capitalize on those mistakes. I think OGP and oh my goodness, I can't remember names already. The Goblins, anyways. I think the biggest issue for the Goblins there was just that they were not able to capitalize on the mistakes the Barbarians made, and frankly, they double committed quite a few times deep in the offensive zone, which means it was a quick run back there for the Barbarians.
Yeah, and you know, you do want to do it. You want to be aggressive, but you also want to be confident. Even if you gotta fake it a little. Fake it until you make it. Don't just go like blindly. But I did like that forward pressure. Just gotta have one person doing it at a time. I thought was a few double commits. Be more on the same page. Communicate a little bit better, and everything will be all right. Where did everybody go?
They asked for a server reset.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming that Sinful is going to take care of that server reset, but yeah.
So what do you think? Who do you got for this last one? Do you think the Goblins can gather themselves and come back with at least snag one game, possibly start the reverse sweep, or do you think?
It's a good question. I love the Goblins. They're great. They've got some great players on their team. It's basically the dev team, or it's part of the dev team in Kirsch and Big Country. But that said, I think that the Barbarians are just going to keep going. Part of that is, Stowe is unbelievable in skill and whatnot, but also the fact that I just haven't seen OGP and Akuma be able to really take that momentum and run with it, if that makes sense. So unfortunately, I do think that the Goblins are going to lose this one and get 3-0'd, but I would like the Goblins to win, if only because then we get a game 4, and that's a lot more exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You'll want to see it go all the way to 5, of course. We just need, just like we said, just like they started doing, get more pressure, be more confident, get the comms up, stop double committing, limit the mistakes, and you'll have a chance here.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right. Look, limiting the mistakes is probably the key one, right? You got to stop the bleeding before you can kind of move forward. So, as you've said, let's limit those mistakes. Let's get on that ball as quick as we can, and let's punish the mistakes that the other team is making, and I think that's going to be the key. So if they can manage to do that, we'll be golden, my friend.
Yeah, and I think the X factor here is OGP. I think, everybody's got to improve on both sides, but if OGP can play confidently and fast, then we'll see, I guess. Pointing up now, I think we're going straight in here. So let's see if OGP can take some matters into his own hands, get some confidence going, and get that momentum that they had at the end. Game back.
All right, my friend, we will see if that is possible. Stowe, though, winning the kickoff here. Game number 3, tries to pass it out, but Akuma gets up, knocks it back to his side, and a good start already as Akuma doesn't make any mistakes. Ball into the Barbarians' end, and OGP going to be there. Tries to get a block, doesn't, but does block the player, which means Akuma has the opportunity to just take a moment. Bit of a poor touch there. Puts the ball right on net. Left OGP in a lurch, and Stowe makes no mistake. That, my friends, is punishing the mistakes that are made.
Yeah, you could call it an AL touch, but I saw it in JL about 3 or 4 times yesterday just casting. That touch off the corner back into the center is probably the one that everybody needs to take note of this weekend, because it seems to be a recurring theme. Stop passing the ball to the other team in front of your net. Be careful in that corner. Don't just pop it out. You're safe in your corner. You're not safe in front of your net.
Yeah, you know what? Slow it down. When you get into the corner, slow it down. Take a second to see where your teammate's at. See if you can make that pass out, right? And I know it's AL. I know that we see a lot more kind of dump and chase mentality, a lot more boomer ball mentality. But you're right. If you want to win, you just got to slow it down in that corner. Don't just boom it and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's just easy things to clean up. That's just a decision you make. You just calm your brain a little bit. See, that's a good center from the other person. Oh, they may have overcommitted. OGP may be able to put this in if he touches
No!
it. The post sad times for the Goblins. You hate to see it. It was wide open for him. You got to take advantage or you're going to get swept.
This is just it, right? That's what we talked about, taking advantage of those mistakes. That's okay, though. OGP's a good guy. He's got a good head about him. He's only 45 days older than I am. So at the end of the day, my friend, what I want to see right now is I want to see OGP get that goal, gain that confidence. Nice try. Akuma puts that ball over to the left-hand side, kind of back in the mid area, now into their zone, but not necessarily a bad job there, just not maybe what I expected. But Akuma up in the air, gets one touch. Oh, static there, and Akuma gets the demo. Can OGP capitalize? Tries, but Stowe better on the defensive end. Good job there. Akuma's going to hit that ball. Wants to try and put it across. Wants to try and put it across and does so. OGP's going to hit that ball out, but now that ball kind of sitting. Nobody there challenging. Akuma comes in. Good challenge. Ball into the Barbarians' corner. Now Akuma kind of has a free ball. Oh, not necessarily. I did not see the defender there. And good defense. Barbarians weathering that storm once again.
Yeah, you like the pressure that's coming from the Goblins. Can they find the hole? Just keep the pressure up. They're being smart. They're putting pressure, but one person is back and not getting caught out. Like right now, Akuma, great job there, playing some shadow. Fake the challenge. Be ready for the boom. Right here, OGP's turn. He's got to take care of this, and he does. See, the rotations are there. They're playing a little bit more clean. They just got to take advantage. They got to get better first touches and finishes. If they do that, they're winning this game right now.
You know, I don't even mind the first touch. It's the finish touch. You absolutely nailed that one, my friend. And I think that, Cisco, if these guys want to win, they do absolutely need to capitalize. Great demo there, though, by Akuma. OGP now coming in with speed, but unfortunately that pace doesn't end up rewarding him at all. Akuma now with the ball. Tries to put it on net and get it around, but Messi is there for the save. No problem there. Messi now off the sidewall. Misses it, though, and actually gets in the way of Stowe hitting the ball. But Stowe, almost puts that in. Almost a real nice shot, but we've said it before, almost.
Yeah, and like I said, here it comes. Here's an opportunity here. If he gets it by one, it might be a goal. It's going to float in front of their net. They hopefully they don't get caught out. What a save by Stowe. Great job there. They can keep the pressure up here. Can somebody follow? OGP is there.
There it is.
It in. That's the aggressiveness we're talking about from OGP. He delivers. Fantastic pass from Akuma. Great play there by the Goblins.
This is 90% Akuma and OGP, 10% finish. That's what we said. We need to see the finish. There it is. OGP obviously is tuned into the stream and heard us speaking and thought, you know what, maybe they're right. Let's try something. So here we are, my friends. Great play by Akuma here to stop that from potentially being a goal that might have really stymied the attempted comeback here. Hey, could be a reverse sweep, couldn't it?
Could be. The way that they're playing right now, I don't know if, the Barbarians were deciding to try to turtle. I would never suggest that. Never do that, because every time I do it, it never works out. Every time I see anybody do it, all the way to the RLCS ranks, just always see someone getting punished for it. You play prevent defense, you prevent yourself from winning. And now you're starting to see a little bit more pressure coming from the Barbarians. They may pay for it, though. Akuma, it's a race right now, and he wins it 2-1 with 27 seconds. Can they steal a game and keep it going?
I mean, you know what? They keep playing like this. Yes, this is the team we needed to see in games 1 and 2. They've had so much more offensive time. They've had great shots and great opportunities, and they've really kept the Barbarians at bay. So great job here so far by the Goblins, but now Messi has that ball. Sorry, had possession of that ball. Open net. Akuma puts it in. No mistake this time. I held my breath for a second because I honestly thought it was going crossbar. And I didn't want to have to say it, but great job there, Akuma. No mistake at all. And a 2-goal lead for the Goblins, 16 seconds left. My friend, I'm going to say it now. We're going to game 4.
Yeah, we're going to game 4. Goblins say this is too easy. You can see they're playing with a little bit of swagger. OGP challenging early on defense. You love to see it. Ready for the cross here from Akuma. Can they get one more for the road? It's floating awkwardly. They could. The bump and nobody there to shoot it in. That's the aggressiveness we want to see. Glad they kept that end of game 2.
That is exactly what we wanted to see, my friend, is the Goblins taking a game off the Barbarians. Fantastic play so far. In that game by these guys, and there's the story. Same as the other games. 9 shots for the Goblins and only 2 shots for the Barbarians. The story is they held them at bay. They bumped them. They pushed them. They kept the offensive rotations going. Wow. There's game number 1 for them. It's a 2-1 series lead for the Barbarians. The Goblins are still on match point. It's just a game at a time, though. That's all you can look for. And so now the Goblins need to continue dominating like they just did in this last game, and they have an opportunity. Because I'll tell you, if they don't, the Barbarians are going to come out and say, hey, we gave you 1, we were nice, but we want number 4.
Yeah, and I think that the Barbarians may have a slight advantage from a technical or maybe even mechanical standpoint.
Yep.
They just need to not let the Goblins bully them around if they want to finish this now, because I tell you what, if they let the Goblins get one more game, all the pressure all of a sudden turns on the Barbarians, and they're going to be playing on their heels. That's the last thing that they want. If they want to finish it, they need to finish it right now. I'm calling it. If the Goblins win this game, they take the series 3.
Well, my friend, let's find out if we're going to head to game 5. First, we got to get through game 4, and that'll be beginning here shortly as we head into the countdown. 1 second, and it's go time.
Here we go. Let's see if the Goblins can keep it up. They do have boost and ball with control here. Oh, Stowe decides to dunk him. Akuma is there to clean it up. Stowe puts it back in the middle. OGP with the tactical whiff there. Right to static Messi. Can they clear it out with control? Right now, all the pressure coming from the Barbarians. They're like, no, we're taking away that momentum. Instead, Stowe gives it right back to OGP. OGP looking for a pass, but it goes to Messi instead of his teammate. Messi clears it to the side. See if Akuma can keep this pressure up. Right now, he's bringing it into the corner. One touch might beat him. Messi cleans it up. OGP is there, but not the touch he wants. It might be an open net. It's a race with Akuma and Messi. Akuma wins that race. OGP going to be able to take it. No, Akuma backs him off. He's going to try a 1v1, sends it right at him. Still dangerous. Can he get a center here?
Well, let's find out. Akuma, Messi with a great play off the back and able to really clear that ball out. What a demo there by Akuma. Unfortunately, OGP not able to get the ball, but that's okay. OGP has it now. Coming into the offensive side, up the wall, up the corner, gets a hit off the ceiling. Messi, though, with a good clear so far. OGP, though, there. Akuma going to hit the ball, unfortunately, right over to Stowe, and that's going to kill that. But now Akuma with the ball again. Ooh, a bad challenge there. Messi, though, there and able to get that challenge, but for some reason puts the ball off to the side, even though the net was sort of wide.
Hey, I see that time and time again. I wonder what that is. Just not aware. Maybe it's an awareness thing. Right now, the issue that I'm having with the Goblins is they just seem to not be on the same page.
Nope.
Dropping it down for the player that's not there. Just double committing, turning at the same time, in the same space, occupying the same space quite a bit. Own goaling.
Yep, that's absolutely exactly what's happening. Wow. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Akuma backs up here, and really, to be honest, what Akuma should have done is Akuma should have gone to back post and driven around and let OGP come out to challenge, because then he's got momentum and he's got his way, but OGP was also not in the right spot in that case either. Now, let's see, is this going to be the defining goal for the Goblins? They can either try and get back and win, or they can let this kind of stop them in their tracks and end up losing. This, my friends, the next minute or two is really going to tell us the story, as Akuma is up off the backboard. Great save there by Messi. Messi now trying to get it. OGP, though, puts it up in the middle, goes up to try and get the second touch, unable to do so. Stowe there for the save, and a great play so far, but Akuma hits it again off the backboard. Messi's up, gets a good touch. Ooh, OGP, a little bit of a bad touch. That forces Akuma to put it into the other side, and now Stowe, no boost, but still attacking that ball. Ooh, good touch by Akuma, though. Akuma gonna knock it over to the other side. No big deal, Akuma, just trying to get a bit of a reset. Oh, swing and a miss on the ball, but OGP there. Now OGP with a second touch. Does try and get it. Goes across the front of the net, but doesn't get in. Oh, man, some good play here. Some good opportunities, but just not able to close it out.
Yeah, OGP has like multiple personalities. It's like I love one of the OGPs, and the other one there's a little bit more desired. And right there's the one that's a little bit more desired. A little bit of a double commit. We've been talking about it this game, occupying the same space. Looked like Akuma came and took out OGP there in the team bump and left the net wide open.
Unfortunately, did leave the net wide open. Absolutely was not there. And I mean, look, it happens sometimes, but it's just unfortunate that after such an amazing game number 3, it looks like these are the Goblins from game number 1 and 2. Yeah.
If they can just, and it's a minute and 30 left, they got to do something different. But even right there, one gets demoed, but the other one's right next to him in net. They're just occupying the same space, not really getting anything done. You're basically making it a 2v1 by both of you being in the same.
Yeah, the general rule of thumb with 2s, right? Let's make it a 9 square grid. Oh, OGP with a chance, scores! Able to bring them back within 1 with a minute and 16 left, and this game is not over yet. A little bit of a mistake there by Stowe, and finally the Goblins able to capitalize.
Yeah, good job capitalizing on the mistake by Stowe. It was a great pass by him to the other team, but we want to make sure he can get those passes on the other side to finish this series out.
All right,
Akuma.
Let's see what happens here. Akuma
He's
goes up.
returning the favor.
Oh, what a save! Oh my goodness,
Wow.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Akuma was like, you guys gave us one, we'll give one right back to you, but the Barbarians don't take advantage of his pass like the Goblins did. Let's see if they can make some corrections here. Stowe will have control here. He has an opportunity. He's got boost. Akuma does take it from him. Static, trying to take it back, get some control. I like the control. I like the flick. Can he finish 1v1 situation? That's a bad touch from Akuma. Oh, and then just recovers. Great recovery there by Akuma. And a nice save coming from Messi.
Tell you, Static Messi has some really good mechanics, like really, really good. And it's been exciting to see. His defensive play is unreal. And once again, comes in clutch, but OGP missing. Now Messi has the ball. Can he get the flick? He gets the flick up onto the crossbar, down and into the net. My friends, that was Bardowski.
Bardowski for sure. Messi on cue. You're talking about his mechanics. He catches the ball perfectly on his hood. A nice flick right into bar down. Fantastic. Messi trying to put it away. 19 seconds. They got to score right here on this kickoff if the Goblins want a chance for a game 5. Not looking great off the initial kickoff. He does beat 1v1 situation. Can OGP clutch it up? Oh, he leaves it for Akuma. He can. Let's go. It's
wow, what a beautiful play there. That was smart, and I'm hoping it's because He was calming OGP with an excellent little pass over. Screws up Messi for sure. Not able to get there. Akuma, great job. 8 seconds left. It is possible. It is doable. Let's see if it happens.
Yeah, let's see right now. This is the series for him. He leaves it for Akuma. Can Akuma get the dunk? He does ish. The OGP's got to do something. You got to do something. Don't just stare at it. Get out there and center that ball for your teammate. Oh, sad times and good times for the Barbarians. They do take the series 3-1, a convincing fashion.
Yeah, very convincing. Excuse me, very convincing indeed. OGP there had an opportunity, had several opportunities, and Akuma too. It wasn't just them; it was the Goblins. It wasn't one or the other. Unfortunately, unable to capitalize, and the Barbarians just kind of did what the Goblins did in game number 3 here in game number 4 to win the series, and that is they just kind of backed off and let the Goblins make mistakes, and then they capitalized on enough of them. Not all of them, but enough of them.
Yeah, it's interesting. I believe the Goblins had 8 shots to the Barbarians 7, so it was equal pressure on both sides. Barbarians just able to put 1 extra in, and just like you said, that one mistake where Stoey put it in front of him made it close, but it was static Messi. He had 5 saves that last game. Really saved that series for him. Made it able for them to close it out with ease. But great job by both teams. Great job by the Barbarians.
Yeah, Barbarians doing a phenomenal and fantastic job there.